Hello, my good friends. What's going on? I'm Great by 79 Productions, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore Classic.
What can I do for
Um,
you?
I know that was kind of
See you around.
weird the way I just said that, but either way, we are glad you're here,
Safe
and we're gonna
travels.
have ourselves a good time.
Farewell.
I apologize for the lack of episodes the last couple of weekends. There's just been a lot going on here. And additionally, on top of that, I've been sick. I've been sick for almost 2 weeks now. Nasty summer
Hey there.
colds. You gotta
See you
appreciate
around.
them. Who knew that
See you
one could get
later.
a cold in the summertime? But it's possible. It is true. So, you'll have to excuse the coughing that might happen throughout the episode. Um,
A
no,
hero
I'm
has
not
fallen.
dying, so don't get that out of your head right now. I'm not dying. But we're gonna see what we can do here. Um, the last episode, we started the arc of the Defiance Brotherhood chain quest, and I'm actually in the process of continuing that right now. I just decided to make a pit stop here in Lakeshire because I wanted to turn in a couple of side quests just for the XP.
Need help?
We're gonna make our way to Stormwind now because we got to talk to
Be
somebody
careful.
over at SI7. Oh, this cough, man. I have done so much. I have taken, cold medicine. I've got a giant bag of Halls. I've done everything to try to get rid of this thing. One time I was sick, and I was sick for like 3 weeks. It's true, I had a cold for like 3 weeks, and then it finally went away after that. That was a while ago. I hate colds, especially in the summer, because you just feel miserable and then you don't feel like doing anything. You can't focus on tasks because all you're busy focusing on is blowing your nose or coughing up gross stuff. But we're going to see how far we can get through with this episode before I have to call it quits. But I do need to play a little bit of catch up. This, and as well as the Burning Crusade uh, hardcore anniversary, I got to catch up on that as well. I'm a bit behind on that. I do have some sad news to tell you, speaking of this game. Do you remember a while ago I was talking to you about a paladin that I was playing on hardcore that was actually doing really well for himself? Well, I mentioned this in the latest Burning Crusade episode, but he died. Yes, he died while he was in Loch Modan. He died to the Trogs. You remember those Trogs that we took on earlier on in the series? Yeah, those things. He died to them. Specifically, it was a seer. You know, those guys that shoot the lightning bolts? I tried to run away, but the Trog kept firing at me, and then I died. And I wasn't happy about it, because I was really proud of that paladin. Like, he was going to be a healer and everything. Like, I was, like, so mad. Okay, which way is SI7? I think it's in the old town, I'm pretty sure. But I still have my record of Alliance on Hardcore at level 19, which is this guy right here. And I'm hoping we can show off the Dead Mines at some point. You know, our very first dungeon on Hardcore. I think that'd be really swell. But we will have to see what happens. Hopefully I don't do anything stupid. But there's still stuff we have to take care of before we can actually do that. So the guy we're looking for is up here on the second floor. He has some information for us about
What can I do
Van
for you?
Cleef.
For the Alliance. Go with honor, friend. Light bless you. Be careful.
Okay, now we gotta go back to Westfall and back to Stout Mantle. And then I think this is the time for the escort. There's plenty of quests out there in the World of Warcraft that require you to escort an NPC from one point to another. Some of them are kind of easy to do, others are proving to be a bit of a challenge. And if the NPC dies, you fail the quest and you'll have to start it over again. And sometimes it can take forever for the NPC to respawn. So, just to keep that in mind. Actually, we won't be doing the escort quest next. Because I believe the next part, we have to find the Defias Messenger, which he travels between certain locations in Westfall. We have to kill him, bring something to Stout Mantle, and then we do the escort quest. And after that, we'll get our first dungeon quest for Dead Mines. Incidentally, the People's Militia chain, you don't have to complete that in order to unlock the quest for Dead Mines. Oh, speaking of,
Light bless you.
No, you know what? I can grab those later. I was going to say there's a couple of quests here in Stormwind for Dead Mines. But I can grab them later. It's not really an emergency right now. I can either grab them here or grab them off camera. Whatever I need to do. But we're not going to worry about it right now. It's not an emergency. So since my paladin died, I've been leveling up another hunter here on the server. It's a Night Elf hunter. He's doing pretty good for himself. He's level 13, I think. 13, 14, one of the two. So let me explain something to you here. And maybe someday I'll actually show it to you if we ever do a Night Elf. So, the Night Elves reside not here in the Eastern Kingdoms, but on Kalimdor, which is another continent in Azeroth. And the Night Elves' main city is called Darnassus. And their land is really beautiful. It's gorgeous. But the problem is, you have no way to get to Stormwind.
A hero has fallen.
Or even Ironforge. Well, actually, there is a way to do it. So, if you're a Night Elf, if you run through the Forest of Teldrassil, and if you go into Darnassus, you'll find this portal, okay, that will take you to another part of Teldrassil with a dock. You could take a boat, or you can fly, whichever you prefer, to a town called Aberdeen, which is in a area called Darkshore,
Well met.
which is the next area over from Teldrassil.
Be careful.
You could take a boat to Menethil Harbor,
Be careful.
which is in Wetlands, which is the Dwarven area, almost. And you could run from Menethil Harbor to Ironforge, and then take a train to Stormwind. But there's a problem. Wetlands is, like, level 20s, okay? And there's mobs that litter the side of the road, like, constantly. There's crocolisks,
A hero has
there's murlocs, there's raptors, there's all kinds of different creatures. And if you're a low level, and if you're trying to do it on hardcore, you're toast. You're gonna be toast. The good news is, though, if you have a guild like mine does, you can actually ask someone to escort you from point A to point B. If you ask nicely enough, and if someone's high enough, or in the case of mine, sorry, you're gonna be hearing a lot of coughing in this episode. God, I sound like I've been. It sounds like a grown man smoker's cough. Like shit. Um, or you can pay a mage to make you a portal to Stormwind or Ironforge, whichever you prefer. But thankfully, there was a mage in my guild that I didn't have to pay. They did it for free, which was nice. So now I can travel between Darkshore and Stormwind as much as I possibly want to. And now that I think about it, Lochmodan's really a dangerous area. I mean, if you're one that's going melee, like if you're a warrior or a paladin, some of the quests can be kind of dangerous. But if you're someone like, say, a hunter, you might actually have an easier time. Or even if you're a warlock, you might have easier time as a warlock too. Okay. So right now we are searching for the Defias messenger, which it looks like somebody killed him already. Now, the good news is he respawns pretty much in this zone right here. So all we have to do is we have to wait for him to respawn. And alongside that, we have to make sure we don't die.
A hero
Because this
has
place
fallen.
is crawling with the Defias. You saw in a previous episode that we came here. You already saw that, so you know what it's like. At least I hope that I'm gonna help this guy out. I got you, homie. I got you. I don't know about you folks, but I've been watching the classic hardcore moments on YouTube quite frequently. And some of the deaths are just, you kind of feel bad for the player, but then you also kind of think it's kind of funny. And then you also watch some of them and you see that the things that some of the players do and you're like, why are you doing that? Like you're gonna die. And then you just see some people who they abandon their groups altogether because they think that they're gonna die and they leave everyone else to die. It's sad sometimes. Then you also see those players who narrowly escape death with like maybe 1 XP. Or 1 HP, I should say. XP is experience points, not health points. Alright. I'm still waiting for the messenger to show up. I don't want to wait here forever. Because if I do, that's going to be a very long and boring episode. His corpse disappeared, so he should be respawning soon.
A hero has fallen.
We'll just have to give it a little bit, I guess. Because I need this messenger for the next part of the quest. And it seems as though there's a lot of people here in this section of Westfall. But thank God we already did this part of the quest of the People's Militia. Thank goodness for that. I suppose I could... Oh, there he is. There he is, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is. Oh, shoot. Okay. Got him. I knew he was going to respawn within a matter of seconds. But he runs away really fast. Got a box with sort of parts here. I could sell some of that stuff. Make some money. Cool. Okay, so we got the messenger. Now we can go back and turn in this mysterious message. Now it's going to be the time that we do the escort quest. And if we hurry, there shouldn't be that many mobs around Moonbrook, so we should be alright. Now again with escort quests, they can be kind of trippy. Oh, that's another thing too. I was watching a short, and there was a guy trying to do the escort quest, and then there was a horde guy on top of a roof, and he kills the messenger. You know, on regular servers, that's also a way to mess things up. If you kill the NPC from another faction, there's a problem with that. If you do that, you could get flagged PvP, and then the person could take you out. That's what happened in another hardcore moment. Somebody was in Ashenvale and killed an NPC for an escort quest, and he got revenge. He ended up having revenge on him because the other guy, the horde guys, they killed him. It might have been just one dude, I don't know, but that was revenge for killing the NPC. See, you gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. You could still get flagged for PvP in hardcore, and you can die from PvP as well. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. More often than you think. Now we get to talk to the device trader and do the escort quest, so let's do that. This is where things are going to get kind of tricky, and we're going to have to be careful. But we're level 19, and the mobs are like level 13, 14, so it shouldn't really be that big of a deal, quite honestly. It really shouldn't. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I'm just gonna take it as if this is just a plain old Jane quest. We just gotta protect this guy. Our pet's level 18, so we should be okay on that department. And hopefully nothing stupid happens, because that's the last thing I need. I just need something stupid to happen to this guy, and then something stupid to happen to me, and then you know the rest of the story. We all know the rest of the story, and that's pretty much how things go here in World of Warcraft. Especially when you're doing dangerous stuff here in Westfall, because, I mean, I don't know how dangerous these quests would be, or are. I mean, I would say that they're pretty dangerous depending on which one you do. I mean, a lot of this stuff could kill you within a matter of moments, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's the truth. That's the God-honest truth. Like, you just don't want stuff like that to happen, especially to you, or anyone, really. I know that was a long run-on sentence, but it's the truth. Alright, so we're getting close to Moonbrook now. Hopefully there's not too many mobs around, because too many mobs would not be a very good thing at all. It would be a very bad thing. So, let's do this thing. Let's do it. And this guy's level 15, so he'll take a few whacks before he gets killed. So, let's do it. There's a few people lingering around here, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. We just gotta stay vigilant. That's all. I'm actually gonna go ahead and kill some of these dudes. I don't know why he's not attacking them, because I attacked them and he doesn't. I gotta keep up with this dude, because I know things are gonna go south really quick. Oh, there we go. Now he's gonna attack someone. I gotta watch out for the pillagers. They're gonna be the bane of my existence. Hey, this is actually going really well, I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, we're gonna be good with this quest. We're fine. Oh, crap. Oh, there's two of them. Alright, we're fine. We're fine. And here's the entrance of the Dead Mines right here. This is it. So that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was actually kind of easy. Now let's just pick up this loot and let's get the heck out of here. Oh. And we'll take out a couple of enemies too, why not? Maybe this episode we can actually get a Dead Mines run done. That'd be kind of neat. We'll have to see, or maybe we could do it in the next episode. It depends. But yeah, Dead Mines is typically the first dungeon that the Alliance does. It is home to a bunch of Defias members, obviously. But down there's also a few bosses, and sometimes the bosses will drop some decent, like, weapons, armor, items. It really depends. So, sometimes you might find some green items, which are pretty good. Blue items are really good. But the thing is, though, there's a system. There's a luck of the dice system, if you will. Basically, when you're in a group and you see a green item or a blue item pop up or any specific color, you have two choices, greed or need. Typically, everyone goes with greed. But if it's something that you really, really need, then you need on it. And then dice roll randomly, and if you roll the highest number, you win the item. But you gotta be careful because sometimes people could be upset if you need on an item and you don't need it.
Need help?
It'll make sense once we do our
The
first
Alliance.
run.
Be careful. Light bless you.
So now we have this final part of the chain where we have to kill VanCleef and get his head. And once we accept this quest, another quest opens up at the top of the tower here. I believe this is to collect face masks from the Defias. No, it's
You need
bandanas.
something? Farewell.
We have to get 10 bandanas. So I'm going to see if I can get myself in a group. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to run to Stormwind, and I'm going to... I'm going to get some more quests. And I'm actually going to stop at the bank and put some stuff in there so nothing gets lost.
Have a good one.
So I think I'm going to do that. So let's see if we can find a group for Dead Mines.
Hello. Safe travel.
Let's see what we can do here. If we can find a group, great. Then we'll get to show off Dead Mines. But if we can't find a group, then that's okay. Then that's okay. So thankfully, with Classic, they introduced the looking for group. This little eye symbol up here, this symbolizes that you're looking for a group. Whether it's questing, or an area, or a dungeon. It's actually really, really good. I'm gonna ask my guild if anyone wants to run Dead Mines. And while we're here, we're going to pick up the other quests for another part of the dungeon. We have to run over to the Dwarven District in order to pick those up. An escort?
A hero has fallen.
Wait, is one of our guild members gonna run us through the dungeon without needing a group? Wait. I'm lost. Oh, never mind. Oh, if he was talking to somebody else, I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Anyway, here's our other two quests. We've got to collect this dwarves, his brother, his Explorers League badge, and in this one, we have to collect Miners Union cards.
See you soon.
Maybe I'll search here in the city. Wait. Hold on. Yesterday night. Does that even make sense? Yesterday night? I don't think it does. Oh, someone's texting me. So, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to find a Dead Minds group or not. I'm not sure. We might have to wait on doing this dungeon if we can't find a group. Maybe we can head back to Westfall and maybe see if we can find people to do the dungeon there. We'll have to take a look-see. Otherwise, I think that's going to be it for the time being.
King's honor, friend. For the Alliance.
But we'll find
A
out.
hero has fallen.
I keep checking the looking for group finder and there's no groups listed.
A hero has fallen. A hero has
So
fallen.
one of our guild members might try to run us through if they can enter. I should point this out to you. You can do dungeons once a day per dungeon. See, if you do, say, Dead Mines today, you can't do it again for the rest of the day. Because you'll get locked out. I guess because they want... Blizzard wants players to actually quest to level up and not just run dungeons the whole time. Which I think is a smart idea. So I'm gonna see if I can find myself a group here. We'll give it a try and see what happens. But while I'm here, maybe I can make some stuff. Yeah, maybe I can.
Safe travels.
I can make a couple boots, couple pairs of boots. No, two pairs of boots.
Step on up.
Let's see, what else can I make? Make a leather vest. Oh, excuse me. I buy some more thread.
Have a good
There
one.
we go. Make 2 of those. Trying to get my leather working skill up a little bit here. I'm also trying to clear out my bags with just some of this stuff.
I supply only the finest goods.
What else can I make? I can make a belt.
See you around. Good day to you.
Belt. What else can I make? I can make a cured light hide. Do that.
See you later.
Not sure what this is going to be used for at some point, but probably something good. What else? Let me make some cloaks.
What are you looking for? Safe travels.
Alright, sell those.
Looking for something specific?
What else? Cured light hide. Do I have to buy salt for that? I do. Okay.
Have a good one.
I'll make one more of those.
Hey there.
Anything else I can sell here? Not really, no. Well, I am going to sell some of this leather. I don't think I really need it right now. I'll keep the cured light hides, because I don't know what I'm going to need for those. I'll sell that.
See you later.
Alright. Let me try again to see if I can find a group for dead mines. Cooking. Let's see. Well, it's spices.
You need something? See you around.
Could make some more Gore-Tuss liver pies. Let's see. Does any of these recipes I have require 60 for cooking? That requires 75. This requires 60, the blood sausage. Do I have any of the greens for that? I don't have the boar intestines. Gee, I don't have anything else I can get rid of. I could make some more bandages. Alright, that looks good to me. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be running dead mines right now. There doesn't seem to be any group... Sorry. There doesn't seem to be any groups available. So I guess we're just going to call it quits for the episode right here. So thank you guys for watching. I really, truly appreciate it. Maybe next time we'll get to run the dead mines, if we're lucky. But in the meantime, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, ring the bell so you don't miss any of my new videos, and guess that'll do it. See you next time.